Good morning, everyone. I've got class starting in about 15 minutes, but I have to film a small little clip for Scales, meaning, well, it's not for Scales, but it's Scales' 2-year anniversary today, so I'm filming a little video to say happy anniversary to Scales. Do you need help? Hi. So, my Amazon package got here. I got 2 more things of my theanine anxiety stuff. I got this charcoal face mask that I'm actually going to do before my next class because it's only 2:20 and I have 40 minutes. And then I got Nola a fish toy. So I need to charge it, but when it's charged, I can turn it on and it goes, hang on, it moves. And I think though, if it's the one I saw, it moves when they touch it, so it's like activated, so it doesn't move constantly, it's just if they go after it, then it starts to move. Or you can, of course, keep it off and they can just play with it like this. But I am very excited to see her reaction to it. She's currently up there. You can see her face. I also just got news today that my classmate Savannah now has a cat herself. His name is Tank. I just saw her message that he is 6 years old and he's super chill, and yeah. This looks really bad. I'm trying out a face mask, not trying to do anything else, promise. And I am gonna watch an episode of Victorious while this dries and I wait for my next class to start. We're going over my script analysis in my story editing class, and I'm very nervous, like, from the notes she put on it. Like, I did a lot of passive voice accidentally, and sometimes I messed up with things being present tense or past tense, and sometimes I accidentally used the word should instead of could, so it came off as bossy, which I didn't know. But overall, like, she wrote, like, at the bottom, she wrote lovely, so I'm like, well, my classes today went well. My first one, I have assignment I need to do for, I think I'm going to do it tomorrow morning before my afternoon class. And my second one, I am so relieved. I'm making sure they didn't pause the movie. Okay, my parents are watching a movie and I want to make sure they don't think I'm talking to them. But my second class went really well. There was an assignment I had to do for it that my teacher said if we got a 90 or 92-ish or over, it's more likely that she'll kind of recommend us for jobs in the future or help us kind of make connections after we graduate or when we're graduating. And we're allowed to make like edits to it, but even without edits, which I did the edits after class and I turned it right back in. It's due by Monday, but I turned it in. I got a 90 on it, so I am already so relieved that I didn't have that much to fix or that much to change, and that it ended up going well the first time around. So I'm hoping the grade will be bumped up even more now that I've made the changes that were suggested, but I literally cannot tell you how much of a relief it was to realize that I had done it right and had gotten a good grade on it. Sorry, that was ugly. The book I was reading, which is called The Queen of Sleepy Eye, which I just realized, shoot, I was going to continue reading that book so I could say that I had read a book starting with the letter Q for this year, but maybe I'll find another book starting with the letter Q. But it was just, I got like 50 pages into it, and as I said before, just like with that catwalk book, like I usually, like, if I start a book I will finish it, but now I'm kind of realizing, especially with these books, because they're the ones that I randomly got from Katie Budget Books, so it's not like I chose them myself and was like, this sounds like a good book I want to read. You know, I got 15 books for $15, and you know, so I don't feel like, oh, I wasted money on this, because I had no idea what I was gonna get. But I read like 50 pages of it and I was like, this is not a story I'm interested in, like, it's no. So I put that in the pile to give back to Katie Budget Books, and now I'm starting the second to last book in that thing. This one is definitely a little bit more my speed. It's definitely not one I think I'll keep, but it's definitely manageable compared to the other two that I tried to read, and it was just ugh. But yeah, and then the only one I have left in the pile is this one, which I'm like mildly dreading, but not so much, because it does include like some magic and things like that. It just takes place in a like an olden day, as you can tell by the cover. But it involves like a witch, or like suggestions of being a witch and things like that. So, you know, I've always been fascinated by the Salem witch trials, so it'll hopefully be a little bit interesting because of that. But yeah, this one I'm how many pages in? 50 pages into that one, so I'm gonna try to read more over the next few days, because if it turns out that I'm flying back the 27th or the 28th of this month, I'm gonna be, you know, obviously packing as many books as I can, but my first priority are the books that I brought here from Vancouver that I haven't had a chance to read, or I did read but I'm bringing back, and then the other ones are these hardcover ones from Katie Budget Books, and then these, which are other ones from Katie Budget Books, but they're involved in series that I have in Vancouver. And then there's these three over here, that there's an Artemis Fowl book that is a part of the series in Vancouver, and then 2 others are standalones. But yeah, a lot of reading. I'm kind of watching Victorious on and off too, but that's not, you know, it's just for fun, like while I'm doing my workouts and stuff. I just took my ponytail out, and you can tell by the poof in my hair, which that actually hasn't happened in a while, but it looks ridiculous. Anyway, I'm headed to bed, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social medias in the description. Love you all.